Joining us now, a man whose name you will hear the commissioner recite early in the process on Thursday night, Oregon tackle Penei Sewell. Welcome in. How are you, man?
Good. How are you?
Good. Best word to describe how you're feeling 2 days from finding out your football future.
Excited. It's been a long time coming, and just ready.
You know, I am a big supporter of the guys who chose not to play last year. There was so much uncertainty, health issues, family issues take precedence over football. Looking back on that, how hard of a decision was that for you to not play football for a year?
It was one of the toughest decisions I had to make in my lifetime. To sit out from the game, the thing that I love to do, it was hard. And just like you said, ultimately, what came down to deciding on that was the Pac-12 canceling their season. And the moment that happened, I just had to really weigh my options and see what was on the table and go from there.
Yeah, and, you know, in hindsight, it's easy to say, well, guys could have played because, you know, it ended up not being as bad. The NFL got their season in. But at the time, that was an excruciating decision. We didn't know how bad it was going to be. We didn't know who was going to be safe, who wasn't going to be safe. And people had to make prudent decisions. Have you gotten any sense that there are scouts, that there are teams that look differently at you because you made that decision, or have they been supportive?
Yeah, they've been supportive, I'd say. Not really saying or questioning my character or whether I love the game or not. So nothing like that.
What do you say, or what would you say to anyone who would say the fact you didn't play last year shows you don't love the game?
Man, all I can say is I can show you better than I can tell you, and just wait on my opportunity, and I'll show you without a doubt. The moment I step in between those lines with that helmet and pads on, you will see that this is not just a game to me. And so that's all I got to say.
Peacock, the platform that our show streams on, has all of the old WWE content. I've been watching a lot of WrestleMania. You got three brothers that play college football. So I got a wrestling question. You put the four Sewells in a ring for a battle royal. Who's left at the end?
I'd say myself. I think I'm coming out top. It'd be a tough one. Little bro starting to get some size to him. And then there's obviously older bro that my two older brothers that got more quickness and agile, definitely more condition, not carrying as much weight as I do. But coming down, I think I wanted more. So.
Now, do you think they would be able to come together and have a deal to gang up on you and throw you over the ropes first, and then they worry about each other?
I hope not. I hope we're all just man on for themselves. We're all trying to do it for the man in the mirror. But if they try to team up against me, I'm gonna do my best.
I'm trying to envision you guys growing up. Give me the age differences for the four brothers.
Man, so it's about 2 to 3 from my older sister down to my little brother. So it's like my older sister, she's 25, and then bro, he's 23, and then other bro 21, then me 20, and then little bro 18.
So did you guys cost more growing up in food, or cost more in the stuff in the house that had to be fixed because you broke at roughhousing?
We did break a lot of things. Mom and dad were not happy back on the island. But shoot, food, I'd say food still. Because I was really eating a lot. And then there's other three boys playing football, doing the same things I do, so they eat a lot too. And then the only one that wasn't really hurting the bill is probably my sister.
My son was the biggest kid in his high school, small school. He wanted to be a fullback, wanted to be a tight end, wanted to carry the ball, played the line. It was always kind of a challenge to get him to embrace that because he wanted the ball in his hands. From your perspective, what's the process of making yourself love the game when you know that you're never going to have the object of the game in your hands and do anything with the football?
Man, I fell in love with the position early, to be honest. The moment I got to the States, I knew what the position was asked of, and I knew that again, that spotlight, just like you were talking about, was going to get let go, and that I wasn't going to touch the ball. So what goes through my mind is really the brotherhood. That's all I think about. Is I do it for the man next to me. I put my body on the line for them, and so that they can, just like you said, when they have the ball in their hands, do their things and make them feel the way they feel when they touch the rock. So if I could really make that, I guess, process a lot more joyful and exciting for them, I'm gonna do it. And for me, I love blocking. So to really get in somebody's chin and really move them from point A to point B against their will, that's what I love to do.
You prefer pass blocking or run blocking?
Run blocking. A big man, I don't like going backwards. I love to go forward and create that momentum. And yeah.
What's your own preferred ideal spot on an NFL line of scrimmage? Left tackle, right tackle, or one of the guard positions?
A preferred, I'd say left tackle. But I'm comfortable playing anywhere from left tackle to guard to center. So,
have you ever played center?
No, haven't. Only snapped a couple times, but never really had a live rep at center.
Which NFL team did you follow growing up, Penei?
A couple, but the one that kind of stuck out to me was the Lions. I was a big fan of Calvin Johnson. Love seeing them go up, get the ball, and also the running back they had at the time was Javid Best. I would just use them and Madden because my brother and I would have tournaments and stuff like that, and I love to use the underdogs. So at the time they had those two, and I would just use them against like my older brother or my little brother.
I see more and more mock drafts that have you going to the Lions. Now, would you rather go as high as you possibly can, or are you thinking I'd be willing to go a little bit lower if it's a team, whether it's the Lions or someone else that I'd like to play for?
Right. To be honest, I'd like to hear my name get called as early as possible.
Why is that?
Eliminate all the stress, and also have a team believe in me that I deserve to get called early. And all the hard work I put in, I feel like I deserve it. So
we know the first three guys are going to be quarterbacks this year. That's a given. When does the stress start to kick in for you? Is it at pick number 4?
Yeah, I'd say right there, and then hopefully it stops right there, like nothing else. I just get my name called for 4 or 5, and then after that, let's just hope I'm not in that position to think about that.
So when your old teammate Justin Herbert from Oregon says he'd like the Chargers to draft you, hey, you guys are at number 13. Sorry, no, thank you. Not interested in waiting around that long.
I don't know. If not 13, I'm not trying to wait 13 long. But if they move up somehow, and then in God's hands, and it is what it is. And if a team wants me, they'll get me. If they don't, it's all good. And just keep pushing.
How hard is it for you to accept the fact that this really is out of your hands, that your next chapter in your life, where you live, where you work, got to pick your college, don't get to pick your team? How do you process that uncertainty and that reality that there's nothing you can do to affect it?
Again, it goes back to that, my faith, and leaning on my mom about that faith too, just kind of just trusting the plan. And again, just like you said, it's the first thing that's kind of out of my hands. I don't get to decide where I go, and I just go wherever I'm wanted and go from there. So leading up to this, I was fortunate to really decide on where I go to high school, where I go to college. So it's not too bad to have the NFL take it over from here. I just want to get to a team, work, and live my dream.
You've decided not to go to Cleveland for the draft. You're going to participate virtually. Help me set the stage. Give me like a virtual reality thing. If I'm you on draft night, what am I going to see when I look out in the room?
My family. So we're going to have mom and dad next to me on the couch. And my brothers either behind me or next to me. And my older sister sitting on her own couch right next to mom and dad. Well, mom and dad going to be decided. So either on mom's side or dad's side, depending on where she wants to sit. And probably going to have my aunt there in the room. And the kids too. I'm going to have my niece in the building, Lonnie Lele. So I'm gonna just have my family there, all sitting on the couch, just kind of chilling, and also having food on the table in the background, probably some Pizza Hut. And so, actually, about Pizza Hut, man, finally got a partnership with them. So shout out to Pizza Hut. This one's close to my heart because it goes back all the way to the island. So I'll have some Pizza Hut on the table. We'll all eat some pepperoni pizza, my favorite cinnamon sticks. So, yeah.
They had Pizza Hut on the island. You and your brothers go hit the Pizza Hut buffet. They'd see you guys coming. They probably lock the doors.
I was a little smaller back then, so they didn't really think too much of it. But yeah, my aunt was the manager there, so it was just easy. And she's my favorite aunt at the time, and I spent probably a little too much time with her. And so every chance I got to hang out with her, whether she was at work or not, she would always come home with pizza after I'm done playing outside, or some cinnamon sticks. And man, it was one of my favorite meals of the day, and something I look forward to when I was on the island.
What's your usual pizza budget? I try to hold it at 2 pieces, but that it never works. How many do you shoot for when it's Pizza time?
Man, I shoot for at least 8. At least 8. For me, depending if the slices are cut a little smaller, then it might go a little higher. But if the pieces are right, I'd say I'll finish the day off with 8 minimum.
Do you go thin crust? Do you go the regular, or do you do the pan?
So I start off with regular, but I do like the pan though, the little squares. That's something I just found out about actually. But yeah, I just kind of throw it back to what I knew and what I had on the island, and I just munch down.
Do you save room for the cinnamon sticks, or just like Jell-O, is there always room for cinnamon sticks?
Yeah, there's always room. You just eat as much pizza, and then you just take a little intermediate rest, I would say, and then just kind of get your second wind, and then throw down them cinnamon sticks.
Your guy Justin Herbert was awesome last year. Why do you think he was able to come to the NFL and just click as quickly as he did? No real prep, got pressed into service when Tyrod Taylor had some sort of a reaction to a pain-killing injection, and 5 minutes later, Justin's out there, and he never looked back. Why do you think he was able to be so good so quickly?
Because he's a real professional. From the moment I stepped on the campus at Oregon, I knew that. The way he carries himself, the way he goes about things, the way he prepares. He was built for the NFL, and it all started at Oregon. He practiced that. He did that at Oregon. So when it was his time to go to the league and really do his thing, it was just kind of second nature to him, and it was easy. It came off naturally. So I'd just say he's a real professional about the way he goes about things and the way of life for him.
You're regarded as the top offensive lineman in the draft, some would say by far, but there's criticism of everyone. I think that's part of the process. Do you pay attention to the criticism, and is there one specific piece of it that bugs you?
I'm not gonna lie, I do see it. Does it bother me? No, but obviously everybody's on social media, and I come across some some opinions and stuff like that, but. No, I just added onto the list of motivation, added onto the list of proving people wrong. And so I just added in the back of my mind. And so when I crossed again, going back to when I crossed that field, crossed the line of play, it's on. I'm putting my body on the line again because I haven't played in a year. So I'm not taking advantage of anything else. I'm coming with a lot of heart. I'm coming with a lot of passion, and I'm not coming up short.
What'd you miss about football the most last year?
Man, just putting on the helmet and pads, and to feel that, to hit somebody. That's what I miss the most. To really get in my stance, to come off the ball with violent intention, and to really impose my will on somebody. That's what I miss ultimately.
Well, hey, Penei, we appreciate some of your time. We know it's a busy week. Can't wait to see where you end up on Thursday night, and it definitely will be Thursday night. It'll be early Thursday night, so you can get to bed after you eat all that Pizza Hut.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you very much. Look forward to talking to you once we know who you're going to be playing for, pal.
Thank you, man. Appreciate the time.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.